My Hero Academia,
We're
Season
expecting
8,
clear
Episode
skies
9.
across North America today.
Clear skies across the world.
Originally, I predicted a stormy week ahead of us.
Then the winds of change blew in.
I'd keep your laundry off the clothesline. The wind is still pretty strong out there.
It's not over.
It started blowing hard that day.
It did. Also, there was a lot of rain. It turns out it was a great day for rain.
What impact will that wind have on this battle-weary world?
I think it's up
Let's take
to
a closer look at the forecast.
everyone alive, basically. We're not talking about the weather. Is she ever actually talking about weather? At first glance, this is something like just a transition, right? We had this amazing episode last time where, like, I don't know, man. I haven't really experienced that much else at that level for me. Largely, I think, in part, thanks to the journey, you know, the scope, the time it took me to watch the series, etc. But I mean, also just in its events and just how powerful and distinct its themes are that sort of all came to fruition in that episode. It was really something else. So it's sort of like, man, how do you land that energy? You know, how do you transition into what I assume will be the epilogue stage here? But then, amazingly, it's so much more than that as well, because this is perhaps the point in many other stories where it's like, and then everything was good forever. The end, you know, but I think part of the significance of the My Hero philosophy and the importance for us and the way it transitions to me outside of just a work of media is on the focus of seeing the symbol, getting that spark from it, feeling the beauty, being able to witness what greatness feels like, and then critically using it as the fuel for some sort of personal action to try to hold that torch in whatever unique way we can do so given our innate gifts and circumstances, etc. And that's not a one-time thing, and it's not a single event. It's an outlook and a framework and a process. And that's a little bit infuriating, right? Like you're never done and it's so difficult, but like doing the difficult things that need doing is the essence of a hero. The All Might myth has been shattered, but in a positive way, in a constructive way. And now we've witnessed Deku, the vulnerable one, you know, the strength of weakness one. It falls upon their shoulders and our shoulders to always sort of aspire and work towards that. And it's not guaranteed. We will waver, you know, we will have moments of error. We haven't solved the problems of humanity because some of them may turn out to be just unsolvable. You know, they're just a result of material insufficiencies and death. And so, yeah, the future does look bright. It's hard to be pessimistic right now, but you know, there's a part of it too where it's important not to make it into a fairy tale because the extent to which the fairy tale is a lie is the extent to which malicious actors can come in and exploit the untruths and exploit the weaknesses in the image to gain any traction at all, you know, through credibility and through the anguish of the people who see the disconnect in the story and the reality. So we have to go forward with our eyes open, constantly keep our eyes focusing on it rather than, you know, glazing over at a certain point. The day really has come also. The day really has come. Oh, I don't remember there being hand-holding in the intro.
Yeah, I could take that from you.
It's a brand new world. And he crossed into the 3D plane somehow.
A week has passed since the war
This is
was won.
good for the economy.
Reconstruction efforts that had been stalled since
Yeah,
Japan
we're
were now
finally
being
seeing
completed
it.
at
That's a full
incredible
circle
speeds.
moment for me. It could be good for the economy if we actually did it with the right motivation, did it correctly.
Lots of aid and resources started pouring in from overseas, especially from the United States.
Who is that?
After watching their heroic battles, we couldn't stand back and do nothing. You hear?
Okay.
Quirks sure make this easier. Without them, reconstruction on this scale would take a decade.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
with this many quirks united by a common goal,
Common goal. It's amazing what we can do.
Things will never be back to normal.
Oh, that's
We
pessimistic.
saw you fight, so we knew the extent of your
Oh,
injuries
Bakugo.
before operating.
He's gonna overcome it though.
I need my hand. It's how I use my quirk.
Sweat.
Godsky.
Also.
Besides, he didn't even have one.
That's true. He literally lost both his hands. It's just a new challenge. It's something to focus on.
I have no idea how you were able to keep on fighting in such a state. And it's insane you managed to blast yourself several kilometers.
It
through
was
the
insane.
air.
It was insane. You should have been there. It was amazing.
And you did your part.
Oh, for
Rest
sure.
For now. Doctor's orders.
No question. There's no way that you look at Bakugo and you're like, man, you really sucked. There's just so many. There's just so many people who are so great in this arc. And it's almost everyone. I think that's the point. In their own individual ways. United by a common goal, as they said. I've increasingly been focusing on this aspect, the common goal thing. I've said a billion times at this point that I think there's a tier list of goals and orientations, or like what is the core fundamental aim, even if it can't be perfectly expressed. And I have this feeling like people who have one that are deep enough, the rest sort of will take care of itself. People who have really, really good values are rarely undone or thrown off or have deep resentment or conflict with people who share those values but differ on some of the more superficial points or on the practice or whatever. If two people really love each other and the love for each other and care for each other is really the deepest priority, not just the stated priority, then those two people can probably overcome just about anything that comes their way with each other. This maybe is the critique of the Pixis thing of like what humanity needs is a common enemy, even though I think that is a real thing and does work. Like right now, that's partly at play, right? Is that that's not deep enough. And so as soon as the enemy is gone, you're maybe right back where you started because defeating an enemy is a very primal and captivating one, but that in itself is probably subsidiary to a lot of other much better things. In this case, and I feel one of the reasons why this story is so beautiful is that it's more than just like defeating All for One and Shigaraki. It definitely is that also, but it's not the highest point on their tree of motivation, as evidenced by the fact that like Deku himself refuses to kill Shigaraki. Imagine talking to Deku after watching him do that.
You awake?
Hey, All Might.
Oh, there's no better person. Oh, they're side by side.
How are you doing? Are you any better?
They told me
I'm
they'd
alive.
never put this
We're
many
all
screws
alive.
in one person before. And you?
Alive.
I can feel my arms. A little.
That's amazing considering at one point you didn't have any.
I tried my hardest, but I couldn't save Tenko's life.
Okay, right. It's not all celebrations.
I think what matters is the look he had on his face when he finally passed.
Yeah, I think narratively
Yes.
that's sort of what it was. There was a chance of
Guess the rest
redemption
is up to you,
and realization.
friends.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say also. Even Shigaraki himself recognized it, which is why he was overcome. Deku's rationale is so high up that ones that are lesser can't beat it. Like the more I dissect Shigaraki's rationale, the flimsier it is. You know, the whole like, I'm the hero to the villains. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not good enough. It literally crumbles under Deku, who is also for the villains by and by, like as a byproduct of his higher thing. It's like one of those games where the bigger blob absorbs the smaller blob or Katamari or whatever. Deku is just the biggest Katamari and he's going to roll up your little villain Katamari eventually. It's just a matter of time, you know? One cliche phrase that encapsulates a bit of this is the truth always wins in the end. Good always wins over evil in the end. There is something to that. There's a phenomenon behind that. It's not just hopium. What's interesting is how this can be used for villainy also. I mean, it's so strong. I haven't really thought this through, but maybe there's an argument to be made for even villains only can win by leaning on those things, right? Like I was saying earlier about the Achilles heel and the Trojan horses fixating on the lies. There's a certain leverage or power to goodness or truth or virtues, like deep virtues. And so the way that villainy wins a large battle, defining the parameters or the battle along the lines through which the villain is more virtuous. So for example, the Villain League, they were the truth tellers about this one specific thing. They aligned themselves with truth in that one way. And so they ended up winning a lot of territories in people's minds. I see this all the time in real life. People don't understand why they can't stop certain movements or certain things they hate. Well, it's because the movements, even if they're terrible in one way or the other, they're targeting this thing that we've all sort of been lying about or paying lip service to or saying without fully believing and kind of pushing down our resentment. Then someone will come along and will target that resentment by telling the truth. That's one of the difficulties of being a hero is you have to try to like do that in every single way all the time. And it's a really difficult and a nearly impossible standard. But nevertheless, again.
Good luck. Do your damn best.
And he was smiling.
I think you actually did save his soul. And accomplished one for all his mission
agree.
at the same time.
I think so.
But I can still feel an ember of it smoldering within me.
How the hell are you walking around, son?
Kuchan, I'm so glad you're okay.
No, this is
Please
going to be a
forgive us, All
reunion.
Might.
He's welcome. It's okay.
Apologies to you too, Izuku.
No need to apologize. We have a bond that is so rare in life. Like,
You don't mean that. No.
Bakugo would understand that sacrifice. But he's still Deku, you know?
I got to live out
It's
an
so
incredible dream.
vividly true why this is not tragic, you know?
Don't you dare let me surpass you! Izuku!
Bakugo, the most moved of all. The most moved of all of them that this happened. It meant so much to you.
Chasing after each other our whole lives.
Oh.
He doesn't like you.
I mean, it's not like him. I don't know. That makes sense. This is...
Two of you continue to grow stronger
Yeah,
together.
right. I'm with All Might. All Might sees it.
Changed so much since I first met you.
Yep, it's pretty amazing. I mean, their duo, one of the greatest things in a show with a lot of really great things. There's a sort of beautiful hilarity to this that finally when Bakugo wants Deku to be stronger than him and sees the beauty in him being stronger than him, he now is himself the strongest. But it's so clear at this point that it's not the power, right? I mean, I think Bakugo knows that too. What I'm reading this as is Bakugo just really cherishes Deku, and this is how he knows the relationship, and he really loves the relationship. But like the relief there will be the journey isn't over. It's just changing.
The day you took off running, you were already a great hero in my eyes.
Well, he gets to hear it from
Now,
the great
you
himself.
inspire everyone to action.
Yeah.
You're a great hero to the entire world.
Right, you're the world's greatest hero.
And without you, I wouldn't be alive to say any of this.
Right. You're also the greatest hero.
Thank you both. I mean that.
Well deserved. What a great moment that they're sharing. Oh, yeah, it's so nice.
Our story can't come to an end yet. Not until we chart a bright future for this world. One
not over.
defined by peace. We have to go beyond.
Beyond plus ultra. Wow. Yeah. Like I was saying, it's not a one and done, it's a process. It's a lifetime. There is no making it. There will of course be great moments, and I think it's important to enjoy them when they come, like this one, like the climax and the epilogue, and what I'm hoping will be the school festival to follow. But I think maybe there's a trap in the idea that there's like a moment, and that's it, and you've made it. And that the highest joy comes from the receipt of that moment. I can't like fully confidently say this because it's hard, but I can imagine it and put it forth as hypothetical. And I have sort of experienced this in periods of my life of like, it feels really nice when you're able to get something like satisfaction, or the drive or whatever it is, the feeling like things are flowing, not from a solitary thing or item or event, but rather from like how you are living in the present progressive, how you are being, how you are showing up. Like when you lay your head on the pillow at night, feeling like you lived the way you want to live and you showed up as the person you want to be. That I think is like a really nice, enduring source of energy and good feelings and all that. Though it's confusing to talk about because there's so many different categories, right? Like you can actually have the feeling I'm describing while feeling terrible, right? It's sort of not about your happiness. It's not about like feeling elated, or feeling peaceful or any of those things. It's about like, you did what you thought was the best thing to do and you wouldn't have done it any other way, You know what you're doing and maybe more importantly, why you're doing it or what you're doing these things for. Speaking of that target aim and that why being sufficiently high enough that you feel steadfast in your journey. So what's this? School festival?
In June,
graduation.
There was a long overdue graduation ceremony.
Everyone graduates, right?
Upperclassmen at UA.
All right.
You fought hard and displayed true bravery.
You did. And as it turns out, not to be evil.
At least you get a bumping send-off courtesy of UA's resident
He's really put his heart
DJ.
into it. He's going beyond plus ultra DJing.
This is a graduation, not a rave.
Best graduation ever.
Your injuries still sore?
But when I'm happy, it's like they're not even there. Weird, huh?
That's sort of what I was saying, maybe. Where's Mirio?
The person fueling this restoration was a figure of global influence, Principal Nezu.
A favor?
Okay. Interesting.
He spurred other nations to action.
Wow. With his genius.
Our wise principal?
Well, see, that's different. No one said anything about wise. People kept saying he was intelligent and high IQ and all that. That's one of the reasons why I suspected him as a villain for a long time. And I have a gut feeling he was put in there as an option for the traitor for a bit. Wise, you say? Well, that's different. Again, what's your goal?
He's treating it like a rap battle. How cool!
Is it though?
I'll take this as a school festival.
Mirio,
Yeah, there he is.
First, thanks to everyone for being here. I know your lives are totally busy right now, so it means a lot to us that you showed up.
Show us your ass. Show your ass, your famous ass, hero ass.
Each of you put the experience you've gained here to use and came together to fight
very
the good fight as one.
Mature.
Our 3 years here trained us for what comes next. Today is a celebration, but not our finish line.
Wow.
We need a society where everyone can laugh and smile. That's the dream. That's
Whoa.
our ultimate goal.
This is strong.
Today is the day that we finally get started. So,
this is our starting line.
Students, see ya!
The hell is that? This is our starting line, man. Beautiful. Remember when there was competition between him and Deku? Externally imposed, I should add, because neither of them were ever there. I mean, that's partly why they were both great contenders. I know this is a long time ago, not super relevant, but just thinking about it now, that could have gone in so many ways, and it would have gone that way in so many other shows, right? It's the rivalry between them, the drama of like, oh, I hate you because you took my spot. But they're just not like that. They're just great, and I love it. I love Deku and Mirio so much, both individually and then like together, because they both have the space for that.
Normally, I wouldn't be your homeroom teacher again. But these aren't normal times. Let's make it a good
We'll take
year.
it. This is lucky. The responsibility. I don't know how I feel about like them being in school. Mixed feelings. Because on the one hand, we can still be better. We can still learn more. We can still use this opportunity. There's also something about it that maybe feels like a gift to them of like, you get to enjoy just some normal time with each other in school. You're not deprived of it. There's another part of it of like, man, what greater test do you need to pass than this? Like, I think we can fairly say they're qualified for hero work. They've been through the worst of it. No one fell short in any way. And the potential downside to them being in class is they might be better serving the world outside of the classroom since they already have the abilities. But I guess we'll just enjoy this moment.
I wanted to say adieu. I'm
No.
leaving you, AI.
Wait, seriously?
You don't have to. You know you're welcome.
I'll atone for my crimes, then set out on the hero's path once again.
Okay.
I'm not sad, because after all,
The cheese?
I have to take each one of you by the hand.
Okay. If that's how you really feel, do what you need to do.
I'll proudly stand by your sides again. Dude, you're
There's no
killing
doubt.
me here.
We're losing a truly manly man!
UA just got a little less sparkling.
Your new classmate!
Surprise, it's me.
Oh, okay. Nice. I actually thought it was going to be him at first before Ayama walked in.
Oh, Yama, tone it down, will ya?
Oh no! Oh no, not now, but not now. But after all we've been through, was that restraint? I'm going to interpret that as restraint. Netta's restraint.
My goddess, we're blessed!
And restraint. There was restraint. Skip.
For every fight mentioned in the history books, there's a resulting period of chaos that gets left out.
There's no longer a symbol. If I'm not mistaken, All for One came to power in a time like this.
Mm-hmm. It's a vacuum.
Thanks to his teaching, we truly know what it means to be heroes.
Right, I think like Aizawa's whole thing has been vindicated, right? Like back then, that was the rationale. This is not a game, you might die. If you can't cut it, you need to get out because you're not only endangering yourself, you're endangering other people. Lo and behold, Class 1A ends up in the battle for the world, literally. Cool hair. Not a bad look.
Can't believe there are new first years.
I can't believe it's only been a year.
Hey, why don't you give another big speech?
Sarah, why would you bring that up right now?
This does need to happen.
Did the doctors give you that haircut? I hope it grows out again real soon.
You don't like my hair? Oh no.
I think it looks great.
Deku or Tokoyami?
I'm only busy today.
What's today, Todoroki? Family plans?
I'm gonna be fine.
No doubt.
I told you you didn't have to come, Natsu.
The same goes for you, but you're here. Come on, don't fight.
Oh, are we gonna be visiting, what's his actual name? Dabi.
He's able to talk, but only for a few minutes each day.
So you're saying there's a chance?
He's on a slow march towards death. It's all that awaits Toya Todoroki.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Am I a tourist attraction?
Meet him with greater force, a better force. It doesn't mean, he can be saved, but...
Can't even stand on my own anymore. Your flames were stronger than any I ever faced.
The poeticness of that one. Taken out of hero work by Toya, the one who we gave up on as being powerless. I feel like this has all been covered in the show already. Like, we go over the themes again and again, but it's just so good.
And the hero, Endeavor, was incinerated.
It's a nice way to put that.
Look at me!
Well, he sees it now. And a lot more.
On, I'll be here. Every single day. I know it's long overdue, but let's talk.
Yeah, I mean, I think this has been really well borne out in the show. I mean, from the beginning with Endeavor, right? It just got clearer over time. And Endeavor himself got clearer on it over time, which is part of the beauty of his character arc. But, I mean, it was all his own weakness that he was seeing. It was a lot of self-loathing that, as unfortunately happens all the time, was projected onto his kids because, he's not seeing his kids as what they are and who they are and the potential they have and the inner beauty that they contain and their hopes and dreams and potential. It's Endeavor seeing them as items for his own glorification and validation and his unmet needs. So any way they fell short was sort of a confirmation of his existing fears, and so it just spirals. I really do think there is a part of capacity to love others, or maybe consistency and like breadth of being able to love people, which is connected to how resolute one is in oneself. It's not to say that love is impossible or like Shigaraki's friendship was impossible, but when those two things clash, when there can only be one, if the weakness is stronger, that weakness will corrode that thing. And you can only corrode a relationship so much. Like you can only put so many holes in a boat before it sinks. And sometimes it's one hole. So it's no coincidence, I think, that a lot of Endeavor's journey and ability to really see and love his children has to do with conquering his own internal demons. He also sort of broke his cycle because sometimes having those internal demons is itself fuel towards damaging things more because you just can't accept it. You have to make it right through force without actually embracing the actual issue. The people you've hurt being a painful reminder of your own failings, so you will avoid them or seek to undermine them or whatever. No, he got incinerated in the actual reality of what he did.
If you hate me, tell me. That's fine. Don't hold back.
And me too.
Yeah, if you really love someone in the purest way,
say, son, please.
You don't really need them to say or feel a certain way, That would be nice.
Soba.
That's mine too.
Right.
Shoto,
I think maybe
I'm sorry.
better access to Toya, He's more of a neutral. They were both victims in a similar way also.
My feelings haven't changed. I want nothing to do with you.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm proposing to my girlfriend. There won't be a wedding. You won't meet her.
It's fine.
To be honest, I think we've done our duty. And we faced our punishment. Is that not enough?
I'll spend the rest of my life apologizing.
I think it'll just depend, man. Depend how you feel about it, right?
It'll be hell.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah.
Constant burn.
But that's the dance I agreed to.
Why'd you have to say that? It's the first time I ever thought you were cool.
Yeah, why did you be so great when I'm so solid and resolute and hating you? I was comfortable here, I was comfortable, I had it all figured out. You're the bad one, I'm the good one. Why you gotta go and change? You should just be a jerk for my sake so I can keep hating you comfortably. I mean, it's so real though. I feel like he'll be back. We probably won't get to see it. I feel like this is the conclusion for them, but...
I've got everyone in Class A beside me, so I'm good. With them, I can become who I want to be.
That'll make them both really happy. Wow. Crazy. This is really sad. This feels like actually the first goodbye. You know what I mean?
But someone's still watching.
Oh, it's Hawks. Oh, that's so nice. Still got friends. Still got believers and fans.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, it's Hawks, the new Public Safety Commission president.
Epilogue. The Hellish Todoroki Family final. Safety Commission president. That works. That fits. I'm so happy to have a couple of episodes of Epilogue and nice time after what felt like 40 seasons of death and hell and tension. We know we're back to peacetime too, because we actually got some Mineta levity, which, everyone always loves. It's cool to think about Bakugo and Deku being the new version, the new iteration of All Might Endeavor, and how they, in the way they interact and what they've resulted in, is a step better in a very logical way, given the show and its themes, from this pairing, from this like number 1, number 2 of All Might Endeavor. And in the same way, I think Deku is a great metaphor, a great allegory of, these stages of growth in humanity and society and family lines or whatever, how, you can be imperfect, but you do your best, right? And you raise the platform. And then if things are going well, the generation or people or whatever you create that space for will use that as a springboard to like improve it one further. There's a little bit of a pain in that because you're going to get left behind and you're going to look not as great. You are obsolete, sort of. But speaking of getting your grounding, getting your good feelings from the process, there's something really beautiful about that. Anyway, in that same way, there's some salvation for Endeavor in Todoroki. He was totally imperfect himself. He's a product of that era. He created that for his kids and he did really horrible things to them and his wife. But Todoroki came out of that, and part of that was his power, and part of that was observing his father's mistakes. And so in ways that would have been hard to predict and in ways that were not really attributable to Endeavor fully, because it's Todoroki, he did that. He made that decision with Deku's help. Things have a way of working out in that way. That's maybe some of the salvation for real errors. And I think about that too, like not anywhere in the scope of this, but throughout my life, of course there have been things I saw, traits I saw in authority figures in my environment over the years that I really didn't like, and at the time maybe I felt really angry about or whatever. But there is a nice way to harmonize that later, which is, well, I'm actually grateful for having that example because it hit me very strongly that like I don't want to become like that. That's something to avoid. And things to avoid are also very useful, especially in tandem with things that you want to encapsulate, traits you want to embody. It's sort of the two-directional thing. There's the things you're going towards and the things you're running from. And that's something like a direction, right? That's a line. So Endeavor, with the benefit of hindsight, right? Seeing things in the full picture, I think there's some gratitude to be had for him one way or the other. And that's not even really counting the fact that he really took responsibility for it. And you can just feel palpably how his values have changed and how he has changed. I mean, you could argue he's one of the biggest points of change in the show. Almost certainly one of the biggest points of change in like the viewer's perception, right? I'm projecting, but I think one of the clearest signs of his transformation is the fact that he just accepts what his older son is saying. And I can feel palpably that he's just like happy his son's living his life, and will love his son one way or the other, and will show up for them in any way they will let him from now on, including Toya, who not many people would do that. And it feels great for Todoroki, who he's responsible for a lot of this. And that impact, I think, came from a choice that he made based on like a renewed frame. He was largely the catalyst, he was largely the light that shone out into his family. And this feels like a really great epilogue for them, where it's not perfect, right? Like, again, that would be a little bit fairy tale-like. It's rough, and there's gonna be pain in this. It's gonna be tough to visit Toya. And we still have one kid who's not on board, but for the most part, the family feels like, man, they're just anchored to something good or a lot better. And like I said earlier, give that enough time to play out, they will work it out. They will be where they need to be. The animosity is gone, right? There's not gonna be much bad blood, even if they're not like super lovey-dovey or whatever. This is great, man. I love it. I love that we're getting some epilogue time. I was worried that it would just like be over like that. I was shocked at the last episode. It totally caught me off guard with how quickly everything got resolved. I felt like I wanted more, but then here's the upside, right? We get to enjoy a little bit of time to breathe, see them graduate, see them go back to school, and like maybe hopefully actually get a school festival.